Good evening, everyone. Notice of this meeting stated the date, place, and time has been disseminated as required under the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, PL 1975. Copies of the agenda are also posted on the city's website and Linden TV for the public. This meeting is now called to order. Mr. Clerk, could you please conduct a prayer of flag salute?
God of the universe, look thou with favor upon these here assembled, and bestow thy guidance upon the members of the governing body in their deliberations. This we ask in thy name, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In the event of an emergency, the proper method of exiting the council chambers is through the 3 doors in the rear of the room. Occupants should proceed down the staircase, out the front door, and move away from the area of the front steps. Any member of the public wishing to speak during the public comment session at the end of the meeting, please sign in on the white sheets provided at the front of the room with your name and address. Please turn off all cell phones or place them on vibrate. If you wish to take a call, please leave the council chambers to do so. Mr. Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Mrs. Ormond.
Excused?
Javik.
Present.
Caldwell.
Excused?
Mohammed.
Present.
Rivas.
Present.
Roman.
Here.
Strano.
Here.
Armstead.
Here.
Medina.
Here.
Hudak.
Here.
Mrs. Yemakaitis.
Here. Can we have approval of the public session minutes of December 19th, 2023, please?
I move for approval of the minutes of December 19th, 2023, and request a second.
Second.
Mr. Javik.
Yes.
Mohammed. Yes. Rivas. Yes. Roman.
Yes.
Strano.
Yes.
Armstead.
Abstain.
Medina.
Yes.
Hudak.
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis.
Yes. There are no ordinances on hearing this evening, so we'll move to items of communication and consent agenda items. All items listed with asterisks are considered to be routine by the city and council and will be enacted with one motion. There'll be no separate discussion on these items unless a council member so requests. We have items number 1 through 5 this evening. Can we have a motion, please?
Council President, I move for approval of consent items 1 through 5 and request a second.
Second.
Mr. Javik.
Yes.
Mohammed. Yes. Rivas.
Yes.
Roman.
Yes.
Strano.
Yes.
Armstead.
Yes.
Medina.
Yes.
Hudak.
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis.
Yes. Abstain on number 4, yes to the rest. Okay.
Oops.
Okay, we'll now move on to reports from the governing body, beginning with Councilman Javik in the 2nd Ward, please.
Thank you, Council President. First off, as chairman of the Fire Committee, the Fire Prevention Bureau collected the following monies during the month of December 2023, a total of $4,631.54. Regarding the Linden Fire Department ambulance billing, the amount of $97,614.27 for December 2023 have been added to the total deposits for 2023, totaling $1,138,268.10. This amount represents the most income ever achieved through our ambulance billing. As the new chairman of the Construction Code Committee, in the month of December 2023, we issued 228 permits and processed 22 certificates, generating $380,558 in fees. I would at this time like to acknowledge at this time the individuals who work in the department. Through their expertise and dedication, they have helped our city maintain a steady rate of annual revenue in the $2.2 million range, and they should all be commended for that. And also, in addition, as a future reminder, mark your calendars. Dates have been set for the 2024 rabies vaccination clinics as follows. Saturday, May 4th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., Firehouse Number 2, 302 West St. George Avenue. Monday, May 6th, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., Firehouse Number 3, 1205 East Elizabeth Avenue. Wednesday, May 15th, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., Firehouse Number 1 at 302 Southwood Avenue. These clinics are free and open to all New Jersey residents, and we encourage all Linden residents to take advantage of these clinics to the vital immunizations that protect the health of their pets. Good evening, everyone. So first, I would like to wish everyone a Happy New Year. I look forward to all the hope it brings and a fresh start for everyone in their lives. In the second ward, we'll continue with lots of development throughout this year, and we will be doing more projects that will help with the accelerated growth that we have. I know change and growth don't come easy in this town, but in the long run, our community and city will be better because of it. And I will look forward in helping our residents through it all. I can be reached at 908-494-4608 or email me at bjavick@linden-newjersey.gov. On Facebook, Second Ward Councilman Barry E. Javick. And as always, additional information needed can always be found on our City of Linden website. Council President, end of report.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Mohammed?
Council President, my dear friends and neighbors, first of all, I wish all a happy New Year's. Good to see some of you in the gallery. Our Department of Community Service crews handled the snow event absolutely admirable. Each winter storm is unique and requires creative responses. This event calls for mostly salting as opposed to plowing. Salting was continued as temperatures will remain below freezing throughout the week. Please exercise caution while walking or driving. Happy New Year's again to you and your family. I wish you the very best, and I can be reached at 908-463-4843. Happy New Year's again to you.
Thank you, Councilman Mohammed. Councilman Rivas.
Madam President, I will start on behalf of Councilwoman Ormond, Chairwoman of the Finance Committee, with the finance report for this evening. Approval is requested for the following finance actions: the payment of bills totaling $1,801,588.88. Bills have been signed by the Mayor, Council President, and Finance Chairwoman, and a detailed check register and vouchers are on file in the clerk's office. We also like to inform that we are in receipt of the investments made by the city treasurer for the month of November at the rate of 0.475%. I respectfully move these items for an approval and respectfully ask for a second.
Second.
Mr. Javitt?
Yes.
Mohammed?
Yes.
Rivas?
Yes.
Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Medina?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaya?
Yes.
Thank you. In regards to the New Year's and in regards to my neighbors and constituents at the Fifth Ward, I'd like to start saying that this is the beginning of the new year, a new year that is going to face to all of us challenges out there, but at the same time, it's going to give us the opportunities to continue to serve our city. I ask for the supreme being out there to give us the abilities to do the best that we can in order to make all the decisions that we are to do for the benefit of our citizens. We are here to serve, and we're going to continue to be serving at the best of our abilities to provide best quality of life for our citizens. I would like to ask the citizens of Linden, my neighbors, and the constituents of the Fifth Ward to please be careful with the winter weather. There are some challenges out there in regards to winter events, so we want everybody to be careful and maintain good health. From all my heart and from the bottom of my heart, Happy New Year, and I would love to continue to thank everyone in the city who runs this city day after day for their hard work and for the efforts. It is the commitment of this councilman, and I believe I speak for all of us, saying that we are working hard to keep the city of Linden moving forward. That's all my report, Madam President.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Roman?
Thank you, Council President. I'm going to be brief. I was assigned to the Health Committee as chair. I'm excited to take on that role. First time I've ever been on that committee. Also assigned to Recreation, try to upgrade the parks in the 6th Ward, which is something that I really want to see done. And I'm also going to continue to serve on the Fire Committee, so I'm happy to also do that. Thankful that DPW did a great job this past night. Residents also cleared the sidewalks. Everything seems good out there, so I was just out there shoveling. Thankful for DPW and everyone else involved that helped clean the streets. Linden Ave is under an immense amount of construction right now through the water company. They are completely replacing 36-inch main from Pleasant Street all the way through to Linden Ave. Basically the length of West Linden Avenue. It's basically keeping the street closed down every single day. It's causing traffic mayhem. One of our Linden residents is a foreman on the job. He says that they're going to be operating there for another month. So once they're done with that, 36-inch main in the concrete ground, they should be done for a while. So I'm looking forward to that being done. And after they're done, they are responsible for completely replacing West Linden Avenue back to the condition that it was found in. Since we repaved it just 2 years ago, they're going to be on the hook to replace it and make sure that it's fully paved. I know I've gotten a lot of questions about that from the residents, so just rest assured, it's bad right now, but it will be completely redone by the water company by the end of it. Other than that, cell phone number is 908-494-5784. Give me a call or a text if you need me. Thank you, Council President. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Strano?
Thanks, Council President. I have the personnel report for the month of January. Number one in the fire department is A, to approve the appointment of 4 firefighters effective February 7th, 2024 from the attached list, subject to the successful completion of all city pre-employment requirements and at the annual salary of $44,213. And B is approving the appointment of 1 clerk full-time effective January 29th, 2020. Is that a typo? It's supposed to be 2024, right? January 2024, from the attached list, subject to the successful completion of all city pre-employment requirements at the annual salary in the range of $37,298 to $79,370, which is will be commensurate with education and experience. 2, in the police department is A, approving the amendment of the hiring salary for police recruits, item 1A on the January 2nd, 2024 personnel report to the annual salary of $42,908. B is approving the appointment of Sophia Martinez, clerk 1, full-time effective January 29th of 2024, pending the successful completion of the City of Linden's pre-employment requirements at the annual salary of $37,298. C is approving the posting for a parking enforcement officer at a salary range of $37,298 to $79,379. D is approving the posting statewide for a public safety telecommunicator trainee at the salary range of $42,000 to $101,400. 3, constituent services. A is approving the temporary appointment of Uniqua Amanda Weeks, clerk 1, full-time, effective January 29, 2024, pending the successful completion of the city's pre-employment requirements at the annual salary of $37,298. B is approving the temporary appointment of Jisha Bulin, clerk 1, part-time, not to exceed 19 and a half hours per week, effective January 29, 2024, pending the successful completion of the city's pre-employment requirements at the annual rate of $20.83 an hour. 4, tax assessor A is approving the transfer of Kiara Smith to Clerk 1, full-time effective January 29, 2024, subject to his ability to return to full duty and successful completion of his working test period at the annual salary of $37,298. 5 is in the Recreation Division. A is approving the seasonal list that's on file in the city clerk's office. 6, in Community Services, A is approving the change in compensation method for Sada Shah from temporary to full-time Clerk 1 effective January 17th of 2024 at no change in his salary. And B is approval of the seasonal list that's on file in the city clerk's office. 7, in personnel, approving the FMLA and JFLA leaves that are on file in the Division of Personnel. B is approving the adjustment in salary for Elia Bishop to $43,236 effective January 1st of 2024. C is approving the adjustment of salary of Laura Lee Wade to $40,542 effective January 1st of 2024. Move for approval, and I ask for a second.
Second.
Mr. Javik?
Yes.
Mohammed? Yes. Rivas?
Yes.
Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead? Yes. Medina?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes.
Okay, in the Department of Community Services, which encompasses our Public Works Division, just the residents should know that this is one of those strange storms that's going to have temperatures that are dropping well below 32 degrees. We're talking about 8 degrees tomorrow, so you're going to see a lot of melts and refreezes. Our DPW is out there, our police department's out there advising where the trouble spots are, and they will be hitting those spots and heavily salting them in the bad areas, as well as most of the main thoroughfares. But just be careful because it is terribly slippery out there. I had an incident myself today going over a bridge, and when they say bridge freezes before the road services do, believe me, they do. My anti-lock brakes were jumping into action, and it was, got my attention. So be careful. In the same token, with our engineering department, we're doing a emergency repair on West 17th Street. It's a sanitary sewer line. There's 150 feet approximately of a sanitary line that had to be replaced. These things come up, and when they do, in situations like this, they are considered to be an emergency. It does not give the city, any kind of a lead time in order to, alert the residents. In some cases, they will be, temporarily inconvenienced, but this work has to be done. It's not only your house, it's your neighbors up the street that are affected as well. So just keep that in mind, and hopefully that project will be wrapping up this evening. Because I was out there, and the workers really don't want to be out in 8-degree weather tomorrow working on that. And just remember that surfaces will be a temporary repair or a patch. There may even be steel plates over the roadway. So again, be careful in that area. That's West 17th Street, where it gets close to Stiles. I think we're in a holding pattern on Range Road as well. The work had progressed to where they had one of the head walls in and two of the pipes, and one lane of roadway was able to be crossed to access the police pistol range and the Folis and Hawkrise. But I was told that the heavy rains we had last week probably washed that out, and that project is probably in the holding pattern at this time due to the weather conditions. That concludes my report, Council President. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Strano. Councilman Armstead.
Yes, thank you, Council President. Okay, I will be reporting on the Division of Transportation and Properties. It says, I hereby submit the monthly financial report from the Division of Transportation and Properties for the month of December 2023. This report includes a collection of on and off street parking, meters, railroad parking lots, railroad parking permits, and merchant permits. Okay, Trenton Side Collections, $1,653. New York Side Collections, $1,453. Railroad Credit Transactions, $23,788.51. Railroad Permits, $858. Railroad Mobile Pay Meters, 2320 Parking is $6,294. Online Railroad Permits, $13,008. Parking meter collections, $5,119.39. And merchant permits, $6,027.06, which the grand total is $58,200.96. Total funds collected for 2023 were $626,611.28. Respectfully, Tyrone Givens, Maintenance Supervisor. As far as the 8th Ward is concerned, we do have some work going on over there. We are having some trees that's cut down in the area, some trees that were deemed to be dangerous in the community. They started cutting down some of the trees. On Henry Street, there was a big pothole left on the corner of Peter and Henry Street. It was been there for a while, and that's been taken care of. Also, if anybody would like to contact me, you can contact me at 908-463-8986. That's all I have for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Medina.
Yes, thank you, Council President. Good evening, everyone, and of course, Happy New Year's as well. Real short report for the 9th Ward. Just want to talk about, my colleagues already hit on the snowstorm and the icing condition and whatnot. Just ask people to just take it easy and be careful out there. I also had a little bit of a scare making my way here to City Hall on DeWitt Street. So just be very careful. But we have an amazing crew here in the city of Linden, and time again, they always outperform. Just real quick, we have some holdover projects from 23, road and sidewalks. Engineering, they have that list. I'm going to make sure that we stay on top of them because a couple things didn't really work out well in 23 with contractors and whatnot, so I really look forward to seeing these roads finally get taken care of in the spring of this year, as well as wrapping up our sidewalk projects. Unfortunately, with us, we have a lot of trees, so the sidewalk list is constantly growing and or constantly being added to. Potholes, and my colleagues to my left just mentioned potholes. I will do a follow-up on the potholes. I notice a lot of potholes in the area on Princeton, DeWitt, and whatnot, and it's a really terrible patch of road when you come off of St. George, you're going down the hill on DeWitt Terrace. I believe that area is going to have to get milled, and I believe engineering already have a plan to address that issue when we pave the road. Lastly, with upcoming storms, I always remind folks, help your neighbors. If you're shoveling, you have a snow blower and whatnot, if you're able to help your neighbors, especially if they're elderly or disabled and whatnot. So just be a good neighbor and try to lend a hand when you can. This morning myself, I probably helped out like 2 or 3 neighbors and got my wife all shoveled out and all that great stuff. So got to make sure she's okay first, and then I'll take care of the rest.
Happy life.
But that's basically it. That's all I have. You could always contact me. I don't have, before I give out my number, I don't have any new kids for shoveling. It's kind of, every year it's just really hard to find kids, but I was sent a screenshot of a kid that's a high school student, and I saved his number, so if anyone needs help finding someone for shoveling, give me a call, and my number is 908-986-6100. You can call, text me if I don't pick up, and I promise to get back to you either by text or phone call, and also you can email me at amedina@linden-nj.gov. That concludes my report, Council President. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Medina. Councilwoman Hudak?
Thank you. Yesterday, we honored and celebrated Dr. Martin Luther King, who was a visionary leader who believed everybody can be great because everyone can serve. And we have a responsibility to serve others and to also promote peace. And service is always being provided daily by those who are brave enough to serve in our armed forces and to protect our freedom. And also, our Linden Police Department have several members who have been called back to serve and who will be shouting out 07036 as they protect us. And I just ask for everyone to pray for their safe return back to Linden 07036. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Yeah, I just want to make mention, I'm liaison to the senior citizens once again this year. My number is 908-494-0880. I encourage our seniors to look on our website. We have some new and exciting programs going on for our seniors. If you don't have a computer, please reach out to me. I'm more than happy to drop off a pamphlet to you. Again, my number is 908-494-0880 if you have any other questions. We're lucky enough to have our city clerk here as commissioner on the Union County, he's a Union County commissioner, Joe Bodak, so we have a lot of, resources there too for our seniors too. So please reach out if you need any assistance. At this time, I'd like to extend the sympathy of this council to the family of Stanislaw Sokovich, who is the father of our Sergeant Monica Oliveira in our Traffic Bureau. He passed away. And also wish congratulations to Alex Laspinoza in our Linden Economic Development. He just became a father 2 weeks ago. So congratulations, Alex. Okay. And that's not the only celebration we have here this month. We have one of our council members just turned 70 years old, believe it or not, Councilman Strato. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Ralph.
Met a milestone.
I'm really 75.
So, happy birthday, Ralphie.
Happy birthday, sir.
Okay, Mayor, you're up.
Yes, real quick, I'll be very brief. First, I'd like to send my condolences to Monica Oliveira for the loss of her dad. And again, to repeat what you just said, congratulations to my Chief of Staff, Alex Laspinoza, on becoming a new dad. Welcome to the club. You know what I mean? So, being a father is not an easy task. It's a job for life. We all know it. And certainly, last but not least, want to say happy birthday to my good friend and colleague on council, Ralph Strano, who he made the big 7-0. That's a heck of a number, man. You don't look a day over 80. No, he looks good for 70. I got to give it to him, And certainly, last but not least, last month during the report, the third ward councilman gave a report that she wouldn't be in for a while, and she had instructed residents to send any correspondence to the sixth ward councilman. That's a break in protocol. Protocol clearly states that whenever you are unavailable and you can't be address your constituents, it is to go to the council president. She is the representative for the entire city. Any request or any problems in the third ward should be directed to the council president, who is Michelle Yamakaitis. And Michelle, I think in your closing remarks, you want to, I should have had your number.
I will give my number again, Mayor.
I should have your number to memorize by now, but I don't.
Right?
But
would
you please give your number and your email address so that anybody who has any problems in the third ward can forward those requests to you?
Yes.
Thank you. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh, and last but certainly not least, I want to thank the Department of Public Works. They did a great job out there in anticipation of the storm. I mean, it really wasn't a tremendous storm, but any type of storm, as mentioned earlier, every storm is different, and how you manage it, will, show the outcome of your streets. It should be salted, or whether you should have plowing. But I think the DPW did an excellent job with regards to this particular storm. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Okay, again, my email, in case any of the third ward constituents need to reach out, my email is myamakaitis, YAMAKAITIS @linden.gov. It's on the city's website. And my telephone number, once again, is 908-494-0880. Okay? That concludes our reports from the governing body this evening. We're going to move on to resolutions. Okay, can we have a motion on resolutions 2024-17 through 2024-105?
Council President, I move for approval of resolutions 2024-17 through 2024-105, and request a second.
Mr. Javik?
Yes?
Mohammed? Yes. Rivas? Yes. Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Medina?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
I abstain on number 80 and yes on all the rest. Okay, Mr. Clerk, could you please read an additional resolution that was added this evening, 2024-106?
1 second, Madam Chair.
It's making an appointment to the
Resolution
House.
appointing Sharon Baycott, a member of the Linden Housing Authority. Be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Linden that Sharon Baycott, residing at 845 Loretta Street in the City of Linden, New Jersey, shall be she is hereby appointed a member of the Housing Authority of the City of Linden to serve the unexpired term concluding on June 14th, 2024, and until her successor shall have been appointed and shall have been qualified. Section 2, this appointment is made pursuant to the ordinances of the City of Linden entitled an ordinance creating the Housing Authority of the City of Linden approved May 7th, 1995, and the said member shall have and exercise all powers and duties prescribed by said ordinance and the local housing authority law, NJSA 55:14A-1 at sequence. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the City of Linden that the City of Linden hereby appoints Sharon Baycott as a member of the Housing Authority of the City of Linden to serve the unexpired term ending on June 14th, 2024, and until her successor shall have been appointed and qualified.
Okay. Can we?
Yep.
All right, can we have a motion, please,
Yeah.
on resolution number 2024-106?
Yes, Council President, I move for approval of Resolution 2024-106 and request a second.
Second.
Mr. Javik?
Yes?
Mohammed? Yes. Rivas? Yes. Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Medina?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. We have another resolution, additional resolution this evening, 2024-107, which is going to be read.
Resolution ratifying a memorandum of understanding with the Linden Police Supervisors Association. Whereas the Council of the City of Linden has a collective negotiation understanding with the Linden Police Supervisors Association, LPSOA, and whereas the prior agreement expired on December 31st, 2022, and whereas the Council and the LSOA have negotiated a successor agreement for their employees, now therefore be it resolved that the Council approves the LPSOA Collective Negotiations Agreement effective January 1, 2024 through December 31st, 2028. Be it further resolved that the LPSOA has agreed to the Collective Negotiations Memorandum of Understanding and a Collective Negotiations Agreement. Be it further resolved that the Council hereby authorizes the Mayor of the City of Linden to execute the attached Collective Negotiations Agreement subject to final ratification by the LPSOA. Be it further resolved that this resolution is effective subject to the aforementioned provisions.
Okay, could we have a motion on resolution 2024-107, please?
Yes, Council President, I move for approval of Resolution 2024-107 and request a second.
Second.
Who was the second? Mr. Javik?
Yes?
Mohammed? Yes. Rivas? Yes. Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Medina?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. And one last additional resolution this evening, 2024-108. Councilman Mohammed is going to read it.
Resolution recognizing January as Muslim Heritage Month in the City of Linden. Whereas on April 29, 2023, Governor Philip D. Murphy signed joint resolution number 6 by the Senate and the General Assembly of the State of New Jersey, designating the month of January of each year as Muslim Heritage Month. Whereas Muslims religious group practicing the Islamic faith with 1.9 billion followers representing approximately 25% of the world's population. There are about 3.450 million Muslims in the United States from diverse racial and ethnic backgrounds. The Muslim community represents 1.1% of the population in the United States. And whereas Muslims first arrived in North America along with the enslaved Africans, when historians estimate 30% were Muslims, that Islamic beliefs and practices contributed in numerous ways to the founding of our nation, including courageous and dictated military service in every major war, including the American Revolutionary War. Whereas there are over 300,000 Muslim Americans in New Jersey, representing one of the largest Muslim communities in the United States, their contributions help fortify and strengthen the economy and diversity of the people in our state and local communities. And whereas the city of Irvington recognized this monumental achievement for the Muslim community and decided to recognize the month of January of each year as Muslim Heritage Month, whereas the city of Linden recognized and appreciates that the Muslim community has directly contributed to the diversity and positive growth of the city in various fields, including education, entrepreneurship, government, law, medicine, literature, drama, sculpture, music, food, and culture, well as all aspects of life throughout the United States and abroad, and continue to influence our beliefs and embedded values. Whereas the city of Linden is thankful for the significance of the Muslim community and the fabric of the city of Linden, whereas the city of Linden is thankful for the numerous people in the Muslim community who directly contribute towards effective and better government, civic service, and public interest work in the judiciary, the city council, the board of education, city government, and multi nonprofit endeavors, all of which help the city flourish. And whereas the city of Linden will continue to keep its doors open to the Muslim community, and whereas the designation January as Muslim Heritage Month will help highlight the many achievements and access of Linden's Muslim community and further inspire young people to contribute toward the prosperity of our beloved city. And now therefore be resolved by the mayor of the council and the council of the city of Linden, the month of January of each year be designated as Muslim Heritage Month in the city of Linden. I offer this resolution and ask for a second.
Second.
Mr. Javik?
Yes.
Mohammed?
Yes.
Rivas?
Yes.
Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
I'm going to preface my vote. I'm a very strong proponent of separating church and state, and as a representative of a governing body in this city, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember ever any of us supporting any religious contingent. I won't vote against it, but I will abstain.
Armstead?
Yes.
Medina?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemekaitis?
Yes. Okay, we have 3 additional resolutions this evening. I stand corrected. We have resolution number 109, which is going to be read.
Resolution approving the collective negotiations agreement with the CWA Local 1032. Whereas the Council of the City of Linden has a collective negotiations understanding with the CWA Local 1032, and whereas the prior agreement expired on December 31st, 2019, and whereas the council and the union have negotiated a successor agreement for their employees, now therefore be it resolved that this council approves the CWA Local 1032 collective negotiations agreement effective January 1, 2020 through December 31st, 2023. Be it further resolved that the CWA Local 1032 has agreed to the collective negotiations agreement. Be it further resolved that the council hereby authorizes the mayor of the city of Linden to execute the attached collective negotiations agreement subject to final ratification by the CWA Local 1032. Be it further resolved that this resolution is effective subject to the aforementioned provisions.
Okay, can we have a motion, please?
Council President, I move for approval of Resolution 2024-109 and request a second.
Second.
Mr. Javik?
Yes.
Mohammed? Yes. Rivas? Yes. Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Medina?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Resolution number 110.
A resolution confirming the appointment and designation of Chief Judge of the Municipal Court of the City of Linden. Be it resolved by the Council of the City of Linden that the appointment made by Derek Armstead, Mayor, with the advice and consent of this body, as provided by law and in accordance with NJSA 2B:12-8 of Cassandra Corbett to serve as Chief Municipal Judge of the Municipal Court of the City of Linden, commencing as of the date of this resolution, and appointing Cassandra Corbett to serve as Municipal Judge of the Municipal Court of the City of Linden for a term of 3 years commencing February 22nd, 2024, and terminating February 21st, 2027, and until her successor is appointed and qualified shall be, and the same is hereby confirmed. The Chief Judge shall be paid a salary of $95,825 per year, subject to increases as may be granted to department heads with no benefits.
Okay, could we have a motion on resolution number 110, please?
Council President, I move for approval of Resolution 2024-110 and request a second.
Second.
Mr. Javik?
Yes.
Mohammed?
Yes.
Rivas?
Yes.
Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Medina?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Resolution 2024, number 111.
A resolution confirming the appointment of an Associate Municipal Judge of the Municipal Court of the City of Linden. Be it resolved by the Council of the City of Linden that the appointment made by Derek Armstead, Mayor, with the advice and consent of this body as provided by law of Susan McMillian, to serve as Associate Municipal Judge of the Municipal Court of the City of Linden for a term of 3 years, commencing January 2024 and terminating January 19, 2027, and until her successor is appointed and qualified shall be, and the same is hereby confirmed. And be it further resolved that due to the qualification requirements for the position and due to the qualifications and experience of Susan McMullen, that a residency requirement waiver is hereby granted. And be it further resolved that the associate judge shall be paid a salary of $86,312 per year, subject to annual increases that may be granted to the Supervisors Association for 3 court sessions a week with no benefits.
Okay, can we have a motion on resolution number 2024-111, please?
Yes, Council President, I move for approval of Resolution number 2024-111 and request a second.
Second.
Mr. Javik?
Yes.
Mohammed? Yes. Rivas?
Yes.
Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Medina?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Okay, and we'll now move on to ordinances for introduction, beginning with ordinance 68-1, please.
Ordinance of the City Council of the City of Linden authorizing the sale of Block 254, Lot 9, commonly known as 31-45 West Elizabeth Avenue, to the apartments at Linden Station Urban Renewal LLC for the purchase price of $1,150,000 pursuant to the local redevelopment and housing law, NJSA 48:12A-1 at sequence.
Okay, can we have a motion to introduce ordinance 68-1, please?
Yes, Council President, I move for introduction of ordinance number 68-1 and request a second.
Second.
Javik?
Yes.
Mohammed? Yes. Rivas? Yes. Roman?
No.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Medina?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 68-2, please.
An ordinance to amend and supplement Chapter 7 Traffic of an ordinance entitled, An Ordinance Adopting and Enacting the Revised General Ordinances of the City of Linden, 1999, passed November 23rd, 1999, and approved November 24th, 1999, and as amended and supplemented. Be it ordained by the Council of the City of Linden, Section 1, Chapter 7 Traffic shall be, and the same is hereby amended as follows. 7-33 handicap parking regulations, 7-33.1A handicap parking on street, add 1513 Winans Avenue 1 space, and 315 Lincoln Street 1 space.
Okay, can we have a motion for introduction of ordinance 68-2, please?
Council President, I move for introduction of ordinance number 68-2 and request a second.
Second.
Javik?
Yes.
Mohammed? Yes. Rivas? Yes. Roman?
Yes.
I'm sorry, John?
Yes.
Thank you. Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Medina?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 68-3, please.
An ordinance to amend and supplement Chapter 7 Traffic of an ordinance entitled, An Ordinance Adopting and Enacting the Revised General Ordinances of the City of Linden, 1999, passed November 23, 1999, and approved November 24, 1999, and as amended and supplemented. Be it ordained by the Council of the City of Linden, Section 1, Chapter 7 Traffic, Section 7-10, parking prohibited at all times on certain streets shall be, and the same is hereby amended as follows. 7-10, parking prohibited at all times on certain streets. Add Tremley Point Road, both sides, from the easterly limit of the PSE&G right-of-way for a distance of 800 feet southeasterly therefrom to the New Jersey Turnpike.
Okay, could we have a motion for introduction of ordinance 68-3, please?
Yes, Council President, I move for introduction of ordinance number 68-3 and request a second.
Second?
Javik?
Yes.
Mohammed? Yes. Rivas?
Yes.
Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Medina?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 68-4, please.
An ordinance to amend and supplement Chapter 7 Traffic of an ordinance entitled, An Ordinance Adopting and Enacting the Revised General Ordinances of the City of Linden, 1999, passed November 23, 1999, and approved November 24, 1999, and as amended and supplemented. Be it ordained by the Council of the City of Linden, Section 1, Chapter 7 Traffic, Section 7-22.1 four-way stop intersections shall be, and the same is hereby amended as follows. Add DeWitt Street and West Curtis Street, and East Blanky Street and Maple Avenue.
Okay, could we have a motion for introduction of ordinance 68-4, please?
Yes, Council President, I move for introduction of 68-4 and request a second.
Second?
Javik?
Yes.
Mohammed? Yes. Rivas? Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Medina?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Okay, we're going to now move on to comments from members of the public in attendance on city business only. Again, no personal, political, or derogatory comments, please. We're going to begin with Craig Halloran. Please state your name and address for the record.
Craig Halloran, 120 Donaldson Place. First of all, I wish everybody, or hope everybody had a happy and healthy new year. My comment is about the development in the city. I can understand developing abandoned properties, I do. But then I try to get out of my house and try to go to the stores and stuff like that. I see traffic is astronomical or tremendously more traffic on Stiles Street, Elizabeth Avenue, Wood Avenue. It takes me 3 times as long to get to where I used to go when I first moved here. Now, granted, that's probably 25 years ago, but what is the city going to do about the increase in the amount of automobile traffic? I mean, I know some of these roads are county roads, so the county has to be brought in as far as what can they do. I don't know, maybe looking into a light rail system of some nature might work better. I don't know that, but, you know, because for the way I see it, on East County Road, Stiles Street, Elizabeth Avenue, the only way to do anything in traditional highway planning would say, expand the road, make it wider, but then you're going to take out a bunch of buildings and a bunch of houses that I don't think too many people would be too happy about doing. So, the other item that I wanted to discuss was, has the council looking into needs of the city, you know, all the different departments due to supply chain issues and all of that? Have they looked into ordering extra equipment now so that we have it in the future when we need, such as fire trucks, police cars, police equipment, equipment for public works, even equipment for the council to do their jobs? I mean, there's certainly issues with supply and demand that need to be addressed and need to be looked at. And I'd like to bring that up to the council to, again, that it has to be looked at. Otherwise, we may come up short on what we may need. And, you know, the other thing is, and the last thing I'm going to bring up is the safety of our students going to the different schools. These roads are getting very busy. Statistically, this is gonna mean somebody's gonna get hurt, and God forbid, somebody gets killed. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you, Mr. Halloran. Okay, Brian G., am I saying that correct? Okay, please state your name and address for the record.
Brian G., 1102 Clark Street.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
I hope everyone had a happy new year. Just have some basic questions about the resolutions that were on the agenda tonight. This is my first time dealing with local politics, so under tax collector for 2022, taxes were 0. Just want to know why that was. The questions are open to anyone who can answer, by the way. Resolution 2024-17, 18, and 20 are blank on the agenda. I was wondering if those positions are open. Resolution 2024-34. I wanted, this one was odd. It's a requisition for brine. I believe that's salt water, unless I don't know what's going on with that. I was wondering why the city is buying that, and why is it buying it from the city of Rahway? And Resolution 2024-90, transfer of 2023 appropriations. What type of appropriations and who are they being transferred to? And as with the previous speaker, I have also noticed a lot of increased traffic around Linden. I was wondering, just like, have the traffic lights been reprogrammed to handle that level of traffic, the increased level of traffic? If that's a possible solution for the problem, or some kind of redirection for the traffic? And that's all my questions. Thank you for your time. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Okay. Mrs. Zach, would you be able to speak on 90, the transfer appropriations?
The transfer of appropriation resolutions is authorized by the state of New Jersey. For prior year appropriations, we're allowed to transfer funds in January. The two items that we need to transfer in were our municipal court for language line. It's a software program that they utilize for translation services. And the other item is we had entered into an agreement for parking sticks. This is a new type of program that the city had started, and we had to appropriate funds to pay those bills for the last quarter of '23. It was a new appropriation, so we're transferring funds into that account. Council President, could I just comment in regards to the question about the 2022 on the consent agenda item? I know we don't normally comment, but on the consent agenda item, you had mentioned about 2022 taxes. For the month of December, our tax collector received no taxes for the year 2022. Those taxes had been paid already. So on the report, that's why it's just listed as a 0. Thank you.
Okay. And as far as the resolution 17, 18, and I believe it's 19 that were blank, we voted on that in caucus. Okay, for the planning board is Councilman Javik for 17. For number 18, for the SID, it would be Councilman Javik, and number 20 was Councilwoman Ortman. That was decided in our caucus room during our caucus. And as far as
Traffic lights, may I?
the brine, Mr. Bishop?
Thank you, Council President. Sir, excellent question. It's a little bit more involved than brine just being salt water, although it is. There's exact measurements. Brine is a solution that you pre-treat roads with, which I'm sure you know, before a storm comes. It winds up saving us about 4 times the amount of calcium chloride that we would treat the snow after it accumulated. So brine is a good thing. Why do we buy it from the city of Rahway? First of all, we pay 50 cents a gallon, and the city of Rahway went through considerable expense to buy the machinery that actually blends it. Brine is, for conversation's sake, brine is 23% salt, 77% water. Well, it has to be exact, because if you have a little bit off your formula, it's not going to do the intended job. So they bought the equipment to do this, to mix it properly. And we simply pull up with our rig and fill up, for example, 600 gallons, which cost us $300. So Rawway, because they made that expenditure and maintain that equipment, you can imagine how quickly that equipment rusts out. They made the expenditure. We're glad that they did. Other municipalities do the same and buy it from Rawway because they bought that equipment. But excellent question.
Okay, thank you. All right, Mr. Kazar? Please state your name and address.
John Kaiser, 23 West Montiel Avenue. What's up? How's everybody doing? Happy New Year. Hope everybody's good. Mr. G, thank you for your questions. I love seeing new people here. We're going to just have to, I have questions on the resolutions too. If I already asked the questions, you know you guys would shut me down because technically we're not supposed to. They took away the ability. You're new, so they're giving you a break. Actually, when I was running last year, one of my platforms was I would love to bring that back. Okay, we know why we stopped doing it, because the meetings were going till whatever time, 11, 12 o'clock. You guys were getting tired, but now you shortened a lot of the time. Miss Malik, that was her bread and butter. I think you need to let the citizens ask questions about the way you're spending their money. I haven't shaved since the election. I feel free. I feel good. You remember I came here last year, I talked about fake and fraudulent. I don't know how some of you guys lied like all the time. It's crazy. Anyway, I'm not going to be mean right now. I want to congratulate one of my neighbors I've known since a young girl, Miss Marta Sliwa. She lives 3 doors away from me. She defended her thesis the other day, and she's now a doctor. It's awesome. So it's always good seeing somebody that grew up in the neighborhood doing well. To talk about the resolutions, there's a lot of resolutions. It was 105, and you guys added a few more. I think there was 110. If I pick out one, if I pick out a random one and ask you about it, can you tell me what it is? Because I know you guys just say yes. Last year, a lot of times, something was brought up and you said, oh, I don't like that. And I'm like, you voted for it. What are you talking about? So there's a lot of information in there. Do you go through them all? Do you actually know what you're voting on? Taxes are going up this year. I think the residents have to get ready for it. I don't know if it's going to be 5, 6, 7%. Is that a realistic number? I don't know. You know, I know the mayor said he was a wizard last year. I don't know if he could go and borrow from the Board of Ed again this year to keep them the way they were, stagnant or whatever. Linden started an opiate committee recently. It's near and dear to my heart. The Sackler family, one of the biggest drug dealers in America for so long, Purdue Pharmacy. I don't know if you guys know the story, but they've settled, and there's a $6 billion settlement, and they're giving money to all the municipalities. So Linden's going to get 100 and whatever for the X amount of years. I hope we use that. I know there's a program. I hope we use it. Don't waste this money. I know there's a program in one of the elementary schools. Hopefully we could expand it to more than just one elementary school. Early outreach, I think, is huge and big for this issue. Last year there was 85 overdoses in Linden and 11 fatal overdoses. It was very sad. It doesn't discriminate. It was right down the middle, black, white. It was a few more males than females, but it doesn't discriminate at all. So hopefully we use that money for in a good way. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Kaminsky.
Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, good evening, Jesus. Long day, and a cold one. Just want to talk about a program that was really it's mandatory, will become mandatory. Law was passed 2 years ago, and we just kind of glanced over it, and Linden really needs to work better in communicating with the citizens, and that's the asbestos abatement, the lead paint abatement, lead program that you're on the hook for, folks. Especially if you're a small mom and pop family, multi-generation, you have a small home, renting out an apartment, you are on the hook. The costs are pretty ridiculous too. I started looking into this, and you have to register. By the way, I try to register, try to go into things. I always try to do the right thing, and of course, in a typical Linden fashion, the computer system did not work the 2 times I went on. So you guys really need to do something, do better. Train station, bad weather, just, passing on the steps closest to us, coming back from New York. They're not iced, some issues with the train station. I usually don't go into the station itself when I commute every day, but it's been locked up a lot. So I wouldn't say every day, but I don't know what's going on. That station needs to be open. It needs to be iced. We're putting ourselves at risk. And when I got off the train today, even on the platform, I did one of these, and I was wearing, not these, I was wearing actually rubber-soled boots. So again, another issue and it's going to be icy tomorrow. So please get somebody there so nobody gets hurt and fix the steps. Again, I've been talking about this for years, but around Christmas time, on Christmas even, I went out to visit family and do some things, and I couldn't tell you how disgusting Linden looked. Even in the shopping centers, just trash all over. Folks, trash doesn't go to sleep. People think it's like COVID, that it goes to bed at 10 o'clock and all that kind of stuff. You need to get people cleaning up the trash on the weekends, because that's when it accumulates. A lot of the businesses, animals get to it. The stuff's picked up Monday. By then, it's just a total disaster area everywhere. Mr. Strano, I applaud your courage for actually saying something there, because it puzzled me too. We have a long-standing and very powerful and active Catholic churches, Christian churches. We didn't do anything for them. We have a growing Jewish population, always had a strong one in Linden. I don't know the impetus of this, but let's do it wise and let's not insult others too, because it is an insult to those that were not honored. And then, Mr. Halloran, that's another quality of life, right, folks? That's what I like to talk about. Another 1,000 units coming online too. So it's not going to get better, and we've been talking, at least I know myself as well, others been talking about what are they going to do. Unfortunately, not much. And I hope you do. I hope that changes. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Kaminsky, we'll have them looking to see what's going on with the computer system with that lead program. And Mr. Bishop, as he mentioned earlier in caucus, they're staying on this as a different type of storm. It's an ice, with the icing going on, with the change in temperature. So I'm sure somebody will be at the train station again. They have them there, right, Jared? Whatever.
Thank you, Council President. Mr. Kaminsky, there is an agreement between New Jersey Transit and the City of Linden whereby we maintain everything that's on the ground level. New Jersey Transit, we're not allowed to, the city isn't allowed to touch the platforms. They provide the salting and so forth on the platforms and the steps. With regard to the waiting room, again, New Jersey Transit establishes the hours that building is open, and it's to be open at 6 a.m., and we have our employee there at 6 a.m. Okay. Good information, and we'll take care of that, and I'll pay a little bit more close attention. Perhaps he shouldn't pick up litter in the parking lot before he opens that door to the waiting room. So thank you for that. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you. Okay, can we have a motion to close the public comment portion of the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Javik?
Yes.
Mohammed? Yes. Rivas?
Yes.
Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Medina?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Okay, comments from members of the governing bodies? Anyone from the, Councilman Roman?
Thank you, Council President. Might go over a minute or here. Regarding the traffic lights on the county roads that you mentioned, sir, they are county roads, Stiles Street and Wood Avenue. When I came on to council, one of the big things was just the ever-mounting traffic, and honestly, before a lot of this development, not only in Linden, but other towns, rose. and that has caused a lot of traffic in Linden because that's just the way we're designed. We don't have left and rights for the most part. We're just one straight shot on these two roads. Has caused a lot of traffic problems. We retimed the lights twice since then, which is 6 years ago. We retimed the lights twice on Wood Avenue in that amount of time. Before that, it hadn't been done in 20 years. And we are looking to get new roads. We are looking to get new traffic lights because the traffic lights we currently have, there's about 10 of them on Wood Avenue. They're over 20-something years old at this point. So we're hoping maybe through a grant through the county funds somehow, or we can get those replaced. It's going to cost, the number 3-4 years ago before COVID was $2 million. So for 10 lights, basically, it's going to cost a lot more than that. But they'll have GPS, they'll be timed right, they'll be AI, smart city, and it will help traffic out. We've also, in the process, created those no parking areas at the corners. That's allowed to allow cars to go around, and that has also helped traffic. I'm not going to make an excuse. I was late to get here because of the traffic coming from my mother's house. And it's just ever growing, not only in the city, but a bunch of others. And as for the train platform, Ed, there will certainly be someone there tomorrow. And we will make sure that it's in a safe environment, regardless of what lease that we have with them.
Thank you, Councilman Roman.
Thank you for letting us know, Ed.
Councilman Javik?
Yes, Council President. I just want to let you know, the Board of Health would like us to know that CDC COVID-19 hospital admissions, the levels for the week ending in January 6, 2024 is high in 4 counties: Atlantic, Cape May, Monmouth, and Ocean. It's medium in all the other counties. Categories are determined by the number of hospitalizations per 100,000 of each county population. High is 20 or more, medium is between 10 and 19.9, and low is less than 10. Union County hospitalizations levels during the same time period were medium. For the week ending in January 6, 2024, statewide, 4.3% of deaths were due to COVID-19, and 3.5% of emergency department visits were diagnosed as COVID-19. In the 4 weeks leading up to December 30th, the leading variants were HV.1, 32%, JN.1, and EG.5, 29% combined. So please, everyone, take the appropriate precautions.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Mohammed.
To welcome, first of all, happy birthday to Councilman Splano, and also to happily invite him to the Senior Citizen Club. And it's just a pleasure and an honor to welcome another person 70 years old. So you get my hearty congratulations.
So you're saying...
Welcome to the club.
You just a welcome to the decade. That's what you want to say, right?
No, it's an honor that we have lived this long. Councilman, congratulations and happy birthday.
Thank you. Anyone else? Councilman Rivas. Go ahead.
I just want to recognize and acknowledge every one of the citizens who came in tonight to provide these comments to us. I'm going to continue to say it is your comments the reason why we end up asking extra questions, why we end up asking additional research on the job that we do, and we're going to continue to look into many, many, many of the things that you provide to us. So thank you for coming in, and thank you for those comments.
All right. Anyone else? All right. The next council meeting will be as follows. There is no Monday night conference meeting due to the President's Day holiday in February. Council conference meeting prior to the council meeting Tuesday, February 20th, 2024 at 5 p.m. in the council conference room, City Hall. Council meeting Tuesday, February 20th at 7 p.m. in the council chambers, City Hall. These meetings will be held in person. Can we have a motion to adjourn, please?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Yes.
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 Yes. Be safe, everyone traveling home.